Today, I am thrilled to show you an app that is very close to my heart because it focuses on the why behind communication. This is fun and functional. I'm Barbara Fernandes, and I am the CEO of Smarty Ears. I had the pleasure of co-authoring this app with the wonderful Rosie Sims, and together we wanted to create a tool that moves beyond basic labeling and helps kids understand how objects are used in their daily lives. Whether a child is learning about how we use what we use to brush our teeth or what we wear when it's cold outside, this app bridges that gap between vocabulary and real-world function. I'm going to show you how Rose and I designed these levels to build independence and communication skills. So let's take a look by starting a new session. This session is set up just like all of the other Smarty Ears apps. We have a screen dedicated for you to create users or players, which are the children that need practice with this specific skill. So I already have 2 players here. I can go ahead and add a third one. Now we have 3 players. Now with this app,
let's adjust the settings.
We are able to do receptive. We have less similar information. We have expressive only or alternating receptive expressive, which is what I'm going to do now so that you can actually get an overview of what the app, both settings are, but you can actually practice each one separately.
What vehicle can be used to travel places on train tracks?
So here we have a receptive level, which is what vehicles can be used. So I'm just repeating, it's a train, yay.
What does a train do?
Now, this is the expressive portion. Here, we are expecting that there will be an adult, either the parent, a teacher, an SLP, to be with the child that they can say and answer the question, what does a train do? And with these buttons, you can or cannot, you don't have to use, you can mark how you felt that answer was. So the train flies, right? That's obviously a miss. So
what do we use to keep our clothes
But if the child gave you a wrong answer and you can cue them, you can actually adjust how you decide to code and to inform the app. So when the report gets generated, you know exactly what you intended to do with those buttons. Here's our second question. What do we use to keep our clothes? Now, this is clearly a desk, like a computer desk. Yeah! And you have a drawer, a dresser. Now, before I go there, now that you guys got an idea of what the app actually is doing, if I go to the settings
here,
notice that with receptive, if I do more similar, that means that you see how we had a dresser and a desk. They were really close items. Now, items per screen, I only also had 2. So now we're going to do less similar items. Actually, go back to alternating. And let's go to the new session with Barbara and continue.
What do we use to hang up our clothes?
Now we have 4 items. But these items, you can see that they are really different from each other. If I had picked the items that are more similar, the options would be much closer together than they were. Maybe there would be items that are related to shirt or to hanger or both. But here you can actually help the child be more successful.
What do we do with a hanger?
Before bringing the level up to things that are more similar. And now, what do we do with a hanger? They can say wrong answer. We can brush our teeth. But the child can say, we use it with clothes. It is a correct answer, right? But it's not really the ideal answer that we use it to hang our shirts or clothes. That would be got it. So this allows you to also make a decision on what kind of level of cues you're giving, how much support you're giving to that child, and your acceptance on their answer, so that the child doesn't feel like they're always
failing. What do we use to put bread in and make toast?
Yeah!
What is a toaster used for? What do we wear to cover our head?
As you can see, as they get it correctly, on the first try,
What is a hat used for?
they get little stars.
What do we ring?
Now,
Tap on a student's profile to see their report card.
I want to show you guys the report card because this here is one of the biggest benefits of Smarty Ears apps is the data collection. We played twice. Barbara did this practice twice. It shows the categories. It shows receptive and expressive. In both sessions, you can see individual data for this particular individual, this particular child, this particular student. You can see the data they started practicing, which in case was today, and how many times they've been practicing. Now, this to say that on the
Let's
settings,
adjust the settings here.
you're able to turn off some categories just so that the child practice a particular category or they have repetition of that category more frequently before exposing them to new concepts. So for example, if this is a child that occupations wouldn't apply or they're not ready for that, you want to leave just clothing and household or grooming, and you want to leave it in 2, you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new session. I'll select my player and I click go.
Use to take pictures?
You can see that there is, this is much easier because the images are very different from each other. They're not related to the target answer, but also there's only 2 images per screen.
What do you ride by moving the pedals around with your feet? What can you
Tap
do?
on a student.
So this was it, an overview of Fun and Functional, which is compatible with both iPad devices, iPhone, and also MacBooks.